Welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild Matt and Curbs.
And Steiner.
Against air.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated. It is Monday at 12:16 p.m. Eastern Time. We're actually sort of on time this week. And I'm all Matt. November 27th. Steiner's over there making some noises.
Yeah, and that's what I like doing, is making some noises. What my wife says.
Ew. Gross. Moving on. Megascorcher.com. VODs, MP3s are all available there. It's Fresh Air is Overrated. If you want the 360p feed of our video podcast, you can only get it there. So go to megascorcher.com. If you want to listen to the podcast or watch it in HD, you can find it on Apple Podcast, Podcast Addict, and wherever else you get podcasts. And our live air is on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, like I said, on Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Megascorcher TV is the channel names on those channels. So go check that out. Let's start off with the games we're playing, because I actually played some stuff, and it was longer than an hour. It's not like I just sat down and played, for a couple seconds. I actually played some games. So I guess I can start it off. Do you know what HQ is?
Not a clue.
I guess I can mix the news in with this game then, because this was in the news like right after the show ended last week. So a site called The Daily Beast, I believe is what it's called. They do some stuff, I don't know. But they did an interview with the show host of HQ, which is a trivia game that is live with a host.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. You win money. They have like cash prizes. I played last night. Last night the prize was $8,000, and how it works is everybody gets the end, and they like split it, and you can't miss one question. So there's 12 questions.
Okay.
And then,
So this is actually $8,000?
Yes, actually $8,000, and then at the end there was 44 people that won $181. It wasn't bad. And then the previous night, though, everybody won $6, I think. More people made it to the end, and
I'm assuming
the prize was only $1,000. So
is there a buy-in on this, or
no? I have no idea how they make all their money.
Okay, yeah. That's
I have no idea.
what I'm thinking.
Because at first I was thinking maybe it was ad placements and stuff, and maybe the questions are like, bro, like what's the best ad to. No, what's the best towels? Well, it's Bounty, of course. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. No, the questions are actually pretty legit. It seems like sometimes they get shit wrong. Like the last question, I think it was Sunday. Maybe it was Saturday. It was, what was the first animal to orbit? Or I think it said, what was the first animal to make it alive orbiting around Earth? And it was a dog, but the dog didn't make it alive. It was the first animal to orbit Earth, but it didn't make it. He died. Or she died. Sputnik is when it was in Russia. Anyways, so, okay.
Sputnik was an unmanned satellite.
Oh, well, whatever the hell. No, I think I don't know.
Unless they named the dog Sputnik.
It's possible that they just called him Sputnik. Anyways, whatever the dog's name was. So the whole story is, okay, so Scott is the guy that hosts the show. And the app CEO and co-founder is Rush Yusupov, some Russian name.
Yeah.
So I think he also co-founded. What's that thing that was like 10-second videos? Vine. That's what he did. So the site wanted to do. They did an interview with Scott. And then the CEO came afterwards, and he's like, whoa, that interview was unauthorized. You couldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. And he was all freaking out. Okay, so he said, if you post this interview, we will fire Scott.
and they posted the interview?
Well, it goes on from there. So he said, well, let me look at the interview. I'll take a look at it, and then so he meant the dude mentions a salad chain. I forget what it's called, salad greens or something. And he's like, "Well, he can't mention that. We don't have the rights to that. He can't say that." And later on in the interview, he says, "People just want trivia, and I want to make them happy." And he's like, "Whoa! People, we can't say people want trivia." And he was just, it was weird. He was overreacting to bullshit. So that happened. And then at the end, he said, "This is all off the record." You can't say that after the fact. You got to say it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where. I guess he grew up in Russia and he doesn't know anything about journalism because he's Russian.
Yeah.
I'm just making up excuses
I
for
don't
this
know.
dude.
That's weird.
It was really stupid. It was really dumb. Yeah, you could go look it up. There's more to it too. It's he's acknowledging people on Twitter too and stuff. It's just weird. So go check that stuff out. But the actual game is a lot of fun. That's what I can say about that. And then I played some VR stuff because there was guess what happened this weekend? Sales. What?
What?
On
No way.
I know. And even today, what? Cyber Monday? What's that? Never heard of it. Anyway, so I played a little game called VR Kart Sprint, I believe is what it's called. It's only $1. And it is pretty much Super Mario Kart, but in VR.
Okay.
And it's pretty all right, actually. I was actually surprised at how good it is. So
You're using a controller?
yes, I am. Do I have? No, I don't have it. I put it on the table.
Okay.
Just a regular controller.
Okay.
You tilt it left and you tilt it right to steer. You use a trigger for accelerate, and then you push the top of the touchpad to shoot. No, top of the touchpad to use turbo, and bottom of the touchpad to use their weapons. So the controls are pretty simple. You can use an actual controller if you want, but I feel the analog controls on the actual like tilting, I like that better in VR than.
No, just how does the VR, like your first person or you third person?
Yeah, no, you're first person.
Okay.
Yeah, you can even like tilt because when you turn your head to the side, it kind of like tilts it a little bit, so you can see your head in the mirror too. There's the rear view, and you can see behind you, and yeah, it's all right. It's all right for $1. I think regularly it's $3, so even regular price, it's not bad.
Right.
That's the thing, and I wish there were more games like this on Gear VR.
Right.
More racing games, please. Please, more racing games. I want that Need for Speed game that's on.
Well, racing games, work really well. for
There's a
VR.
few of them. The best looking one I think is like $8, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to get that. I would rather just buy Minecraft if I'm going to spend $8 on a game. And Don't Touch Anything. I also bought that. I don't know if you've ever seen that game.
I've heard of it. I do not recall what it is.
So, okay, so you're sitting down at one spot. A dude. So there's the exit door, and he just opens the door, and he's like, "Okay, I gotta leave. I'll be right back." I don't know what he's doing, but he'll be right back. And I guess you could just sit there and wait for him to come back, and he will just come back, and that's an ending. But there's multiple endings to the whole thing, so you can push a bunch of buttons. You can make the town explode. I guess it's like a nuke button. Just push the button and it just nukes fucking the town. I don't know, but it gets pretty intricate. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I think I got about 40% of the endings, and I'm kind of stuck. I know that there's another panel that I haven't opened yet, and I don't know how to open it. So I got to figure that shit out. So, but hey, there's two things that made me kind of feel very emotional for some reason. VR is weird. VR is weird because you kind of feel like you're in it, right? And when weird shit happens, you're just like, oh man, whoa. This shit would never happen in real life for one, and for two, whoa. There's one part, I don't even want to say it because it's totally random. It's weird. The game just kind of messes with your head sometimes, and it kind of makes you rethink what that game actually is. Like it's
It's a social experiment to see how much of a douche you are.
No, because you only nuked the town that one time, and then it's like, okay, cool. I didn't really want to do that. It just kind of happened, and oh well. I know not to do that again, because there's just a reset button, and then that's how you just go through and try to find all the endings. But yeah, no, man, I wish I could say it. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's an old game. It's like from 2015, so it's not exactly new. I could spoil it, but I'm not gonna. Man, it's very interesting. If you do have a Samsung phone, or you just want to maybe get that little Oculus Go thing, I would check this out. This would be one of the first games I would check out for sure. Because it's so simple and it's so intriguing. It's so interesting. I wish I could say more about it, but I'll just stick to the obvious shit. Like that's obvious shit, and then there's more stuff that happens that it's just like, what? Why was there a hamster in there? That doesn't make any sense. Exactly.
Was the hamster coming out of his ass?
No, there's.
Is this a Richard Gere thing?
No, there's no. There's literally the only human thing you see is an arm. It's the dude waving at you from the door. That's all. That's it. That's the only human you see. And yeah, that's all. I bought. What else did I bought that bomb disarming game. What the fuck's it called? Oh, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want to play that with family during Christmas.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that. Let people try to disarm bombs and have everybody freak out.
Is it disarming? I don't.
Yeah, because the person in VR is the one that's disarming the bomb, and then everybody else has manuals. And he's like, and then the person in VR is like, okay, I have a bomb. It has 6 things that I got to do on it. One of them is a wire cutting section, and then you got to describe the bomb, kind of, right? And then they're like, okay, the wire section, you got to cut the white. No, okay. So
you're
like, how many
in order or something?
No, it's like, how many white wires does it have? 0. Okay. So you got. Is there a yellow one? Yeah. Okay. Then the red one. You got to. Yeah. Okay. That's. You just got to describe shit. It's pretty cool. It's fun, and I want to try it out. It's a good idea with VR.
Right.
More games should do that. It's kind of like the phone stuff with the like the main screen, and then you do the phone stuff. Is your game? You know what I'm talking about? Like a trivia is on the main screen, and then on your phone is how you answer.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, they should do games like that.
Yeah. Well, what are they?
Jackbox.
Yeah, but the second screen or what is? There was something
they wanted to do that shit with like Halo and stuff. It's like when you play Halo with your phone, the phone has the map on it.
Well, they had the same thing with Fallout, so you can use your phone as your Pip-Boy.
Which is dumb.
It's it is interesting. It is funny.
You still gotta pause it. It's not like you can go on your phone. You might still be in danger. You gotta,
Well, that's the thing is, if you actually use your phone, it doesn't pause. So you are actually like going through and having to.
Well, that's
take
what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. So you gotta go to safety first.
It makes it more of a survival game, is where it comes into. If you are playing it on hardcore, then I don't.
Do you remember what
pauses?
Do you remember what the first game that started using that shit? It's pretty funny.
Not offhand.
Okay, so it was either a Gran Turismo game or an F1 game on the PS3, and they were like, "It's the rear view mirror on your phone." Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
No, okay. That was like the very first thing. Oh man, it was Ken Kutaragi. He was like, and then on your phone you can have the rear view mirror, and he made it's such a big deal. I'm just like,
that
okay.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
You can just put that on the main screen. I'm already looking at it. Yeah.
Well,
there you go. That's the games I've been playing.
So I on I guess Thursday picked up, or I ordered PlayStation VR.
Cool.
And it's apparently waiting at the mail place for me, because apparently I wasn't here when they tried dropping it off on Friday.
Were you there?
No, I was out doing shit. And the guy, I'm in a condo, so he called me through the vestibule thing, and I'm like, well, I'm not home right now. Can I just open the door for you? And then he hung up on me. So I'm not exactly sure what the fuck, but
No, 'cause
just
I was
hung
just
up on
asking
me.
because the last time that happened to me, it was actually I was here. He just didn't fucking buzz me.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like he called me and then I don't know if he was expecting me to open the door for him, but he hung up. So once you hang up, I can't open the fucking door. It goes through the phone. So I don't know if he was just then standing there going, "What the fuck? Why am I waiting here?" Or I don't know what the fuck happened, but I'm assuming it needed his signature, so I wasn't really going to be able to just have him drop it off. So I was going to go pick that up after the show. And then, yeah, I pretty much just played StarCraft 2 and Fallout 4.
Sweet.
I got the Gran Turismo bundle, so it came with the headset, camera, and game. Because I already have Move controller, so I didn't really care to get more Move controllers.
Did you check the batteries on those things?
In what way?
Like, did you charge them and see
not
if you
yet.
could play them?
Well, I know
a
they
while.
work because it's been
Yeah, because I remember even mine when I last used them, I charged them up and they only lasted like 30 minutes. I was like, ugh, need to.
That's weird.
So
'cause they're ion batteries, are they not? So they're
I have no idea, but it definitely didn't hold the charge like it used to.
yeah okay.
So I feel like I if I just played with it more, it would have held the charge over time. But I don't know. All right.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna need to play with, but we'll see. I was also thinking of getting a steering wheel since it was like getting Gran Turismo or whatever, but to actually get a decent wheel, I'd have to spend at least $250.
I would also get Drive Club whenever that's not expensive.
Because yeah, I got PlayStation Plus has given me 2 VR games. It was the
Actually, you might already
On-rail
have
shooter.
You might already have Drive Club. And it was on rail shooter. That's I know what that is.
Before Dawn, Blood Rails.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
Well, yeah. Before Dawn. Whatever the hell that
Yeah,
is.
and then
It looks lame.
there's the first-person shooter mech game or whatever.
Mech game.
Yeah.
Is that the game that comes with the gun?
No,
Okay. All right.
it came through PlayStation Plus. I can't remember what it's called offhand. But it's only online, so the issue is actually finding
people.
people to play.
Hey. The good old
There
VR
you might be able to just do a skirmish with bots or something like that, but there is no single player of any sort. So
So here, I'll go through some of the games that are on sale and tell me if you think that I should get them that are on VR, because I want to get freaking what's it called? The game I want the most on VR, to be honest, right now on mobile is Minecraft, just because it's like the most game. It's like an actual game.
So Rigs is the game.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. Okay, that's a sports game.
Yeah,
that's
it's kind
a
of an
sports
arena shooter or something.
Oh
it's not
no!
it's a shooter.
You're carrying a ball and like shooting it at a
okay,
hoop or
fair
some
enough.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell?
Blood Rush. Okay.
Trying
Or
to
Rush of Blood. Okay.
I bought a Deer Hunter VR for $1. It looked pretty terrible, but I'm gonna make my grandpa play it. Shoot some deer in VR. There's a game called Where's Omnom, which is, do you remember where what Cut
Not
the
a
Rope
clue.
is?
Nope.
You've never played Cut the Rope?
Nope.
Jesus. That game is actually pretty good. Oh, Eve Gunjack. That's the game I wanted to bring up. Do you think that game would be worth $4.60?
I
just
don't
gonna buy
know
it.
what the
I'm just
game
gonna buy it.
is. So
So it's Eve. And you're like it's a first person shooter in space.
Valkyrie.
Eve Online? Eve Valkyrie, whatever the hell.
Well,
it
Eve
is.
Valkyrie is the gun, the spaceship shooter.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what it is then.
Okay. Because Eve Online is I thought they took down all the online shit, so you can't.
Well, I guess you
playing.
can't play it online anymore, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's actually done yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
I-
Okay.
I
They
honestly don't
announced
even
that
know.
they're taking them down, and then I don't know. I don't think there was a date. That
I honestly
saw.
don't even know how many people play that online to begin with. So
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't think it was all that great when I played it.
I'm pretty sure there's a single player story in that game. I want to say
I have
it's
no
not that long, but I want to say it's in there. Anyways, yeah, that's what we played this week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about new releases. There's not too much to discuss. Just like the news. There's Street Fighter 2 on the SNES came out today for some reason. You get Doom VFR. That's the VR game on PC. That's on Steam for $40 Canadian. I'm assuming that's $30 American, if I had to guess. A bunch of Resident Evil Revelations came out on the Switch. Those are old games that
Yeah.
came out again for some reason. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's the release of the week on the Switch. There's really nothing this week. JRPG is the best game to come out this week. You said
Yep.
there was something coming out next week, maybe? No, oh no, you were talking about Xenoblade.
Yeah.
You were thinking that
It's
was
coming out on
Monday.
Friday. Yeah. it's-
Friday.
I wasn't sure when it was, and then I looked at the calendar, and it was Friday.
Nintendo. That's what they do.
Yep. Man,
Friday
whatever. I
releases.
don't like.
Hey, they were the first ones to do it. We got to get the kids to buy it before the weekend or on the weekend so that they don't fucking skip out school on Tuesdays. I did that all the time. Dude, Guitar Hero 2's out today. Fuck this. I'm not going to school. I'm going to go get Guitar Hero 2. I remember doing that. I hitchhiked. Luckily enough, it was somebody from the high school that was going to North Bay anyways. I don't know why he was going there. It wasn't Guitar Hero 2 related. It was something else. I have no idea. All right. Let's go on to the news of the week. There's not too much. Loot boxes and the government. That's the first thing we'll bring up because I guess a lot of people are freaking out about that. We talked about it last week, but not so much the government part.
Yeah.
So EA fucked up Star Wars so bad that a lot of governments started looking up into it. Like the first one was what? Was it France? Or somewhere in Europe.
No,
Oh no, it was Great Britain. Wasn't it Great Britain?
No, it.
Northern. Was it Ireland or UK? Where was it?
Well, I know. Actually, maybe it was France.
I think it might have been
No.
France.
One of them came back and said that it's then not considered gambling because
Yeah. They came back and they
you,
were
you
like, yeah, we
can't
looked
buy
into it.
out or something like that, so it's not
Well,
gambling.
you can't buy out, and you always get something. It doesn't matter if it's something that you consider is shitty. You still get something. Gambling, you're not guaranteed to get something.
I think it was like Belgium or something like that is still looking into it.
Mm-hmm. And then even in the States, there was it Hawaii?
Yeah,
it was a weird place.
Hawaii senator is really pissed off about the whole thing and is looking to do something about it. He brought it up and was like really saying.
Well,
he's
the
gonna-
weird thing is the game wasn't even officially out. Like they took that shit out before it was even officially out. You know, you had to pay more to get
right,
the game.
to get early access.
Yeah, to get all this shit, which is a mess to begin with. But the whole thing that I feel about this is you don't want the government to meddle with fucking anything. Anything. Get the government out of fucking anything you can. I don't give a shit if you disagree with it. All the regulations. Do you think that they will actually be beneficial to video games? No, man. No.
Well, No, okay. The net neutrality shit is some fucked up shit that's going on in the States right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, and especially American government. Like in Canada, I would see them maybe being a little bit better with video games, but in America, they will fuck up video games, which is where a lot of games are being developed right now that a lot of people play. So they would have to move if shit like that happened.
Well,
in my
it's
estimation.
they're not talking microtransactions. They're talking loot boxes.
Yeah, specifically, yes.
Specifically, because the issue with loot boxes is that it is random. So if you want one specific something, you could seriously spend $100 before you actually
Oh, that's true. But
get what you want, which should be only like 50
if
cents.
the government starts meddling with that, what else will they start messing with? You know, and that just opens that door.
I do somewhat agree with the way China went about it, of just actually labeling the percents of
Yeah, that makes total
chances
sense.
to get something.
Yeah, the ESRB should enforce that.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah, it does depend on how you're looking at it. The whole loot box thing is, I've never bought in a loot box. Never,
me neither, and that's
so
why
the thing is, like it's only like 10% of people that actually buy this shit, but it's then like 1% of that spend thousands of dollars on this shit, or hundreds of dollars, like idiotic amounts of money, because they're fanatics. They're like, there's either they have a fuck ton of money and some of them don't, and they just like max out their credit cards trying to do this shit because they're morons, or they are addicted to something, and this is how they're feeding their addiction.
Well, okay, so let's take cigarettes for example. Okay, I'm just gonna and you. This is, I don't know how to explain this. It's not a straight one-to-one comparison, okay? But this is how the government just can get their hands in shit and mess shit up, okay? So cigarettes 1,000 years ago, okay, when everybody could smoke them, okay, they were fucking inexpensive as shit. Okay, you can get them for next to nothing, and then regulations. Yes.
How much are cigarettes for you? Since you are,
I have no idea. It's like $20 a pack now or some shit. It's super expensive.
But for you don't pay taxes.
Oh well, I would have to pay taxes in Ottawa. I would have to go somewhere where like on a reserve.
Oh, it's only okay. Because I thought if you just gave them your number or whatever, that you would.
Oh well, yeah, okay. So I could pay less in taxes, but that's only. I guess cigarettes would kind of be worth it now because they're so expensive.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't use it for convenience store purchases because it's not really worth it. But
yeah,
no, that would definitely be worth it.
Yeah, and again, I don't know how, because I know you don't pay GST.
Yeah,
so I can't remember how it is. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, okay. So cigarettes were cheap as fuck, and then they started regulating the shit. It's just like, okay, well, we're gonna put labels on the pack that says this is dangerous, and then, okay, that was the first thing. And then the second thing is, oh shit, you can't smoke anywhere anymore. Oh no, poor you. And then the second thing was, oh, you can't even smoke outside anymore. You got to move 8 meters or 9 meters outside the entrances. So everybody that smokes now has to literally go outside. You see them everywhere. They're outside smoking their fucking cigarettes, and it's less people that smoke, but it's more expensive. And the everybody's making more money. Everybody, the government, the cigarette companies, everybody. It's weird. It's weird. And imagine that happening to fucking games where they just fucking regulated every fucking little thing. Where a lot of people would just be like, "Well, fuck this. I'm not even gonna play video games anymore because I gotta jump through these 1,000 hoops, and I'm just fuck it. So just fuck it."
With cigarettes, I understand what you're talking about the regulations, and you're starting to add taxes and stuff to stuff. Then it fucks things up. But Canada, the reason the taxes are so high in Canada for cigarettes is because of healthcare. We have universal healthcare. So if you're smoking 20, 30 years from now, your healthcare bill is going to be 30, 40 times what it will be for someone who didn't smoke. So you're paying for that over the 30 years, opposed to then having to pay for it like in the States, that you're then paying for it yourself or whatever.
I would argue that you should probably pay that tax everywhere then. At McDonald's,
well, the thing, they're trying to introduce a sugar tax.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh no, let's tax everything then.
Well, that's the concept of like, okay, these motherfuckers are all obese, and it's charging our healthcare system billions of dollars a year.
Being on the internet is just you on your ass all day. Let's fucking charge for the internet too.
No, but like, because of like, for the US, it doesn't make as much sense. But for Canada, the UK, most of Europe, like they have universal health. Like, how else are you going to pay for that?
Yep.
Like that's the issue with the universal health care. The good thing is, well, I fucking broke out in highs. I get to go to the hospital and don't pay anything. Well, but then you have to pay for it in other ways.
Mm-hmm.
because someone's paying that fucking doctor I talked to. So now with if you start taxing shit in video game, now the thing is, because gambling, if you can classify microtransactions or loot boxes as gambling, then the government would be getting involved, because gambling is then taxable incomes and shit so it's done differently.
And also, if that happened, I feel like games would just stop doing it, which would be a good thing anyways. So.
Yes. And that's actually kind of where I want it to go. If you can consider it gambling, then the government needs to take their cut.
Okay, so this
more
is
of a cut than it would be if it was just taxes.
This is my final thought on the whole thing is, like, ultimately right now, you can see it right now. Microtransactions are already killing themselves. Like you said, like 10% of people are probably the people that really invest in it, and then 1% is like super invested, and then the rest of the people is like, maybe I'll spend like a $4 here just to support this game because it's good.
And if it's a free to play game, I think I have spent a couple of bucks on a free to play game.
Yeah, yes.
And that's the only time I've actually ever bought anything, and it was probably like $2 or $3 or something.
But that's my final argument: is that if this shit is ultimately that bad, it's just gonna go away by itself. It's not gonna get worse. Trust me, it's not gonna get worse than fucking Star Wars, because nobody wants that mess. Yes. Nobody. Disney right now is flipping out about this shit. EA is flipping out about this shit. They are not happy. They are losing money, a lot of money. Dude, think about this. EA shut down Visceral. They are refocusing that Star Wars game that Visceral was working on. They bought Titanfall because Titanfall got an offer from somebody else, and they were like, well, we don't really want to lose that developer, Respawn. And then this shit with this game. So imagine all that fucking money they lost with that shit that happened just this year. That's just this year. They got to be in a shithole.
I don't know
now.
If lost money is quite the right word, but the amount of money they've put out, like obviously the Respawn buying a company, it was like $140 million or something like that. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, they're ultimately hoping to make that money back, right? So you know that's not that bad of an investment. But
is the next Respawn game going to be good? Or are they going to throw in microtransactions and loot boxes that people are going to freak out about and boycott the game?
The weird thing too with that is look at how they treated the two Titanfalls. The second Titanfall just came out when it did, because they were like, we got to compete with fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Yeah.
They should have waited for that game for February. Everybody would have played that game. Everybody would have played that game the following year. But it came out at a weird time, and it kind of just people still play it. It's just not that popular.
It's just the game industry is in a very weird flux right now. They're trying to they are spending way too much money on these games.
I forget.
Way too much fucking money.
I forget what. It's one of the phone developers that does actually do microtransactions as well. They were like, I don't know if it was directed directly at EA, but they were like, "Hey, dudes, you're actually like killing fucking our system here. Like, you're good. Yeah. Your fuck up is gonna fuck us up in the long run, and we're not gonna be able to do this anymore." Yeah. And that's what I think is gonna happen. It's just gonna go away eventually.
I don't
loot
think
boxes
it's gonna go...
specifically. Loot boxes specifically.
Okay,
like bad loot boxes. You can do loot boxes good.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And again, like there's games like
and even bad microtransactions,
Overwatch or whatever. You get loot boxes. Counter-Strike Global Offense. You get loot boxes. It's just not pay to win loot boxes. It's just like however it works, and you can pay some money and get some loot boxes or whatever, but you can also just play the game and get loot boxes.
Yeah, well, phone games have done it forever, right? Like I play a golf game, and that's a progression, right? You play, and then you get loot boxes, and then you get more clubs and more balls, and it's just how it works. And I'm not pissed off about it, you know?
Yeah,
it's just that's how it is. So,
it's the way. Like, what was it, 4,200 hours to play enough to get all the loot boxes or to get all the items or whatever for Battlefront 2? That is some insane.
Do you remember that Oblivion horse armor that was like $5?
Yep.
Or no, I think it was $2. To be fair, I think it was $2. It was like $2 or $3.
I think it started off at $5 and then dropped
Oh,
down.
then they drop it, dude. This horse armor is only $2 now.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what EA did. So that shit, like that bad shit, will happen always, and people will always call it
The
out,
thing
and
is
they'll
that
fix it.
that horse armor, yeah, I think that it came out at $5 and then the people bitched and then they dropped it down to like 2 or something like that, and then it sold like fucking asinine numbers. Like that's still the best selling microtransaction on Xbox 360.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
That is the best selling.
Oh
like,
my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, the horse armor was on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So now, fair enough. Like to the point that was probably the first one.
Yeah, I think it was.
So it's just like it came out to be like, or maybe it was in the top 5 or what. It was a really high number, and it made Xbox and Bethesda a fuck ton of money. Like just a fuck ton of money. And I do think it came out to be something like they dropped the price and then it just started selling like fucking insane numbers.
Mm-hmm. Microtransactions at first were kind of exciting, and now it's just like, eh.
Yeah, like I don't microtransactions. I'm fucking cool with. I don't like it. Get like with depending on how it is or what it is. Do I give a shit about it? Yes or no. It depends on what the fuck it is. Horse armor, I don't give a shit about. But like there could be something that is just kind of cool. I'm like, okay, cool. Like if you give me a Fallout something in Battlegrounds, if you give me some like Vault Tech armor that I can like launch out in, and
a DeLorean in Rocket League.
Yeah, right. Yeah, something like that is like, okay. A DeLorean in Rocket League, I can fucking.
Oh, the DeLorean in Burnout.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
that thing
something
fucking
like that
floated. It was awesome.
Like just something like that, I could see spending a couple of bucks on or whatever. And now getting greedy and having something be like $5 or $6 when it really should be $1 or $2 or something like that. That irritates me as well. But and again, I think these things should be pretty cheap so they make their money in volume opposed to like, so it's like you're getting 100,000 people to buy it opposed to 10,000 people to buy it. And you end up making the same amount of money. It's just then cheaper, so you can get more people to actually go, okay, $1 is fine. But yeah, loot boxes, like the concept of randomize something, I do not like.
There's always been an element of randomness in games, so it's just how far does it go, and you got to pay for it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And how long do you have to play for?
And again, well, I guess a lot of the shit in Battlefront though was also it was essentially pay to win. You get bonuses and stuff. So if you're
I brought that up. Like a lot of the cards are straight up ability boosts and shit. So.
Yeah. There was something. It was another free to gameplay that was really bad like that. That if you spent $10, you would absolutely rape everybody. Possibly.
That doesn't what a game what no.
Yeah,
weird.
But it was free to play. But like again, if you are just starting off, you're getting your ass raped, and you don't fully understand what's going on, then you're forced to. No, it was Activision that put a patent on something along the lines of encouraging microtransactions of some sort. That if you didn't have microtransactions, they would put you in games with people with microtransactions, with like better weapons or something like that. So then it would almost force you to have to then buy the microtransactions or the better weapons, and then it would put you into games that then people didn't have microtransactions. Well, so put you against people that didn't, so you just rape them.
Like a lot of games, yeah, that's what a lot of phone games do too, right? Is you're like, oh cool, I'm leveling up so fast, and you hit a wall, and everybody just fucking destroys you, and you spend $1. And it's, oh, hey, shit, I'm just wrecking people. And then you get destroyed after that goes away. Yeah. Bungie actually got caught up in some of that bullshit this week in Destiny 2. Their XP in the story mode, if you do like the same mission over and over and over, I guess. So when you look at it visually, it looks like you're getting the same XP over and over. But actually in the back end, it's actually like lowering it every time you do it over and over. So like this, the first time you do it, you'll get like 6,000 XP, and then the second
Right.
time you'll get 3,000, and then the third time you'll get less and less. Just progressively gets less. But when you were doing it in the game, it looked like you were getting all the XP all the time.
Looking like yeah.
So people noticed that, and then
Yeah.
Bungie were like, "Oh shit, okay." So they changed it. So now you
Yeah.
get the XP now.
Okay, well, I get a lot of Borderlands. It was like if it did something relative to your level. So if you're in an area that was level 10 and you're level 10,
Mhm.
you'd get XP. If you're level 5, it doubled the XP. Like it multiplied the XP, but it was ridiculously hard. If you're a level 20 in a level 10 area, you'd get like a tenth of the XP. And I've seen that in quite a few games that kind of
Well, that makes sense.
along those lines. Yeah.
The Bungie thing, I think,
But it would indicate to you that okay, I killed that thing. I got 1 XP, and when I
the
was at
Bungie
level
thing
10.
that kind of makes sense, to be honest. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. But the fact that it didn't visually
Yeah.
represent
It didn't
sucks.
visually represent.
And,
yes,
and the
I
second
get
thing
that.
is the XP, whatever you get, is you can also buy it. You can buy that currency to
Ooh.
get XP too.
Okay.
So that kind of makes it weird too. Anyways, let's move on from all this crap.
Yeah.
Money in video games, it's always
Yeah.
been a problem. Guess what? You gotta need money to play video games
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, yeah, it came down. Well, it went away for a while. Like arcades, obviously, you paid to play,
Yes.
and then Nintendo came out with NES and Super NES, and then it went away. And then
Oh, but there were still people
with
complaining,
Xbox
man. Like the N64,
Yep.
Zelda's $100. Zelda was $100.
Yeah, but it's
Expensive.
additional costs after that up front is
Mhm.
like it's those additional costs that kind of get me of what annoys me.
Well, and that's what's going to happen if government gets involved with video games. So just get the fuck out of here. I don't need the government in here. The SRB is fine, just like how the rating board for the movies is fine. The government doesn't need to get involved. Now, employment and shit, yeah, the government needs to get involved, and that's fine. They're already involved in that part of video games, so that's cool. I'm just
Well,
bringing
you mean
that up because
like for how Ubisoft has their setup in Toronto that they're getting government funding and stuff. you
well,
mean? Or-
government funding and like the employees are protected by government rights and their civil
well, for
rights and all that
employment in
stuff.
general, yeah, you
Employment
can't just
rights and all
fire
that.
somebody
Yes,
for the hell of
yes.
it. You need
But like the movie, the movie industry has a lot of government stuff in it too, and so does the video game industry. It's just
Well,
it's not
yeah.
it's not actually regulating the actual
the movies though. You got the SAGs and stuff, so there's movies have
yeah.
their own
There's
shit
a lot
within
of self-regulation in movies. Like it's mostly movies are mostly self-regulated, mostly.
which is why the shit that's happening now in the Hollywood is so fucked up that
Mhm.
it went on for so long without people
Mhm.
actually saying something.
Is it? I guess it's still illegal, but I was gonna say if you sign a contract that allows somebody to do something to you that's technically illegal, how
You mean
does
like
that
having
work
a
in
sex
out in
scene?
court? No, because everybody that did stuff with that one dude that I won't
Yeah.
even name anymore,
Yeah,
he got people to sign contracts
to say that it didn't.
that to let him do that stuff.
Well, if you're signing a contract to anything that's illegal, the contract doesn't actually.
Okay, so all
hold
those
up in law.
contracts are void. Okay,
Right.
that makes sense.
'Cause well,
That makes sense.
okay, now it does depend on what the contract. Like, if I have you sign a contract to kill somebody,
Yes.
that contract doesn't actually exist because it's against the law.
Yes.
it-
Yes.
Now, if you're signing a contract to then say I can have sex with you, that's
Well,
would be
so that was
permittable.
kind of the wording, and then some of the other wording was if he
guess
sexually
it-
assaults you, he has to
Well,
pay
okay.
this amount to you.
Okay, that would be slightly different. Because if you're signing a contract and there's fine print saying like, yeah, whoever can then touch your tits or something like that, and you can't do anything, or that there will be money given to you for it, like, how the fuck would the lawyers even like
get that
you would
contract. It's
no, but as an actor or an actress or whatever, you would have a fucking lawyer that would read over those contracts.
mhm.
How the fuck would they let you sign that?
Unless you wanted to.
Well, then it's fucking null and void. Like that is a legal contract. If you,
I know, that's
like,
the weird
if you're
thing,
not
right? Like
breaking the
feel,
law,
I feel
though, if you're
like
agreeing to it,
they're talking about putting that guy in jail. I feel like they should just look at all those contracts and be like, oh, these are just all illegal, and nobody's actually on a contract anymore. They're all free. Have fun. Go find
okay,
representation
but
that
there's
isn't assholes.
well, yeah, like there's a difference between rape and consensual sex. If you're signing something to then have consensual sex, you're signing something to if you're doing that unaware.
Yeah, but if it says
you
on the
are either
contract, that it's a sexual assault, then it's sexual assault. But I don't know. I don't remember what the wording was in the contract.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure of what you're talking about. But the thing, if you're signing something saying that he's allowed touching your breasts or touching your vagina or what the fuck ever.
Well, look. Madonna has done a lot of shit with him. She's never come out, and there's a reason for that. And there's a lot of girls that haven't, and I'm sure many of those are just because they don't want to, and it's their own business. And
yeah,
it did probably really scar them. No. So it did probably really scar them, and they are probably really hurt about. But there's probably some that aren't hurt too. But anyways, it's a weird fucking problem.
But again, okay, you can agree to something that scars you.
Yes, for sure.
So the thing, but you're agreeing to it. So within the confines of the law, there is nothing going wrong. Like you're agreeing to it.
And another thing too is sexual assault.
Even
now,
if it's disgusting, it's still consensual.
The weird thing about sexual assault now is everything is sexual assault. Like rape is sexual assault, and touching a girl's leg is sexual assault. Yeah. So, and nobody, like, you got to put degrees between that. You can't just fucking say that one thing is another. Like, look, Louis C.K., fucking huge dickhead. He shouldn't have done that, what he did. But at the same time, he acknowledged it. He didn't say any bullshit. He's not in fucking Europe somewhere fucking pretending to get some fucking rehab right now, right? He said, yeah, I did that. I that was fucked up. I already knew that. But another thing is he wasn't huge Louis C.K. back then when he did that shit. He was just another comedian.
Yeah.
He was
popular, but he's
on
not
shows
what he
and stuff.
is
But
now.
yes.
Yeah.
He's not the mega star he is. So he didn't have the same power to like control people. The
guy in Hollywood, yes, he was one of the top producers in Hollywood.
To me, it's just kind of weird that we're treating the two the same. And what's the other guy that Sapolsky? No, is that his name? The dude that did a lot of movies, The Wrestler. What's it called? What's his fucking name?
Well, Mickey.
No, that's the actor.
He was the actor. Yes, okay,
Darren Aronofsky. That's his name. Okay? So
I don't.
You know what he did, right?
No.
So
well, I may have heard whatever, but I'm not putting it to the name.
I don't. A very long time ago in L.A. No, was it him? Was it him? Who the fuck is it? Oh man, I don't know. Now I don't want to put this guy's name to shit if it's not this guy. I'm pretty sure that it might be this guy. Anyways, what? No, it is. Oh, it is this guy. Okay. So he fucked a 14-year-old in her butthole in a hot tub. So the first judge that he was in trial with, basically they were going to make a deal and he wasn't going to get too much, right? And then I guess he died. That judge died or something, or retired, or something happened. Okay. And then another judge came in. He was like, "Hey, I had a deal. It was already done." And the judge came in and he's like, "No, fuck that. No, you're fucking done." And then he took off to fucking Paris, and he's been in Europe ever since. So yeah. And now everybody in fucking Hollywood is like, this guy's fucking amazing. He's the best director ever. We should let him come back to America so we can praise him. Fuck you. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay, I don't recall that whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure it is Darren Aronofsky. He's fucking retard.
I don't know. That's some pretty fucked up shit.
Is it?
But yeah.
No, it's not him. It's not him. He's not old enough.
But there's also it does depend on what state you're in for 14, but
Oh no, in the States you can't. No, 14 is no, not when you're whatever age he was when he did it. When you're 16 and 14, yeah, that's different. But he was old. He was an old dude
yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah,
doing it to
no,
a
no,
14-year-old.
well, no. I believe there's a couple of states that 14 is the
I think it might be 16.
age of-
14 might be a little low.
No, I'm talking about like the
South.
Yeah.
I know what you're insinuating, but I'm pretty sure it's still.
Now I do know in a couple of states you can get married with your parents' permission at 14, but that's marriage.
Yeah, but this is different.
Once-
This is not that.
Yes,
This is all
I
different.
understand that.
The dude,
And I'm
the
assuming this
dude
would've been in
ran to
California.
France, dude. The dude's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, I know. Like no, whatever it was, I'm sure he was guilty. So
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Gone.
People don't run. John Jones is still in America right now. You
Yep,
know, he
yep,
did a lot of
yep.
fucked up shit, but he's still here. So
Still nothing's come out from that, has it?
no.
Yeah.
They postponed he wanted delayment of the verdict. So it's coming out
verdict, yeah.
next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're still doing research on what the fuck happened?
Well, I don't know why they pushed it. I guess the
Okay.
lawyers are still trying to prove their case about whatever the
Yeah.
hell they're proving their case
Well, tainted
about.
substance is what they're going for.
Yeah,
because It just doesn't mathematically make
Yeah, and
sense
if
the other way
they
as well.
and if they haven't had time to do all the testing, that's probably
Yeah,
why they pushed
yeah,
it.
well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
make
I'm
sense.
no lawyer or expert on this shit, so they
Yeah.
pushed it for some reason.
The next news story
Yes.
about Frontier suing two cheaters.
Fortnite. Close enough though.
Yeah,
So Fortnite, we talked about this like 2-3 weeks ago.
yeah.
Epic sued these two cheaters that were part of this website for some reason, and well, turns out one of them is a minor. He's 14 years old in Delaware. We named him by name, so technically,
We did. Okay.
so technically, we're escaping the law right now.
yeah.
So if somebody wanted to lay the hammer on us, they could.
Could they though, since they're American?
Well, I'm assuming somehow in
Well, I guess
Ontario it
someone
would
in
still be
Delaware
illegal.
Probably could, because they would have to sue us from Delaware. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
be-
I guess so.
yeah.
But I'm assuming Ontario
we
would
know he
somehow
was
comply because
Yeah. Well, no. Well,
those laws are not taken lightly.
No, they're not. But did we know he was 14 at the time?
Oh yeah, no, yes, he's 14 right now.
Did- No. I mean, did we know when we mentioned his name?
Yeah. This was like 2-3 weeks ago.
But we mentioned that he was a minor, and then
No.
we said
We did. Nobody knew he was a minor.
Okay,
when-
so then
yeah.
there is there are
There's
legal
plausible
things.
deniability with
Deniability,
us
yeah,
on this particular part. But Epic
But
fucked
again, the
up.
name should never have been released. Period. If he was a minor,
Yeah, for sure. Yes. But
so
somehow they
We're
did
not
not
the
know
one-
that.
we were just
here's the
reporting
thing.
and-
So here's the thing. So the mom is really pissed off about this. Epic really fucked up. Epic is really royally fucked up on so many parts on this. So she said a few things that actually really made sense. She said that in the terms of service or whatever the hell you sign at the what's it called again? Is it terms of service?
yeah, terms of service.
So
would
you gotta have parents' consent to play the game.
If you're under whatever
if you're a
age,
minor, and she never gave the
16 or
consent.
something, yeah.
So that's not
Okay.
that's not good.
It does depend on what Epic's form is indicating, because Steam
Yeah.
is 13. So if you sign up for Steam and you're 13 plus, you are liable for whatever the fuck you might do.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So
I agree with that.
This guy being 14, he is still a minor, so that's beside the point. But it does depend on what Epic's terms of service
Yes,
are
yes.
of your age. So if it is similar to Steam, which I would think it would be because they're both American companies, I think he's fucked.
It's possible, but okay, there's other things too. So she said that Epic should have sued the site because he's not really the one that is making he's not the one generating the code. and all
Everyone
that.
gets sued, so go fuck yourself, woman.
Yeah, sure. So sue the website, but whatever. Okay,
Yeah, no,
sue the website.
everyone gets sued, and then it goes to settled. So this kid would still get sued.
Yeah, sure. And then she says that the case is also based on a loss of profits which is a free-to-play game. So how do you lose profits on a free-to-play game? With cheats? That's actually a good point.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's a point because technically they are correct of that it's supposed to be then you're paying the microtransactions or whatever crap to then have that. I don't know exactly what this cheat was doing.
I'm assuming that you could see through walls and,
So it was just an
headshot
ability.
automatically.
So
Who knows?
you're getting additional XP without actually having additional skill, and you're not paying them. Okay, yeah, that's a very because you are cheating.
Well, yeah, yes.
How loss of profits would be that? I don't know.
Anyways, we'll see where this case goes. Either way,
Unless there was some hack that made him get premium somethings
Mhm.
without paying for it, that would be loss of profit.
Yeah, I guess. So.
I don't know what the hacks were, so I can't. Comment.
So, something else too, though, is apparently you can't sue a minor either. So we'll see where this goes.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know how Delaware works, but apparently you can't sue a minor.
I don't know about that one. Because you can sue a minor.
I'm just relaying what I've heard.
Yeah.
Apparently, you cannot sue a minor. I guess that's. I have heard of family members suing a kid for like tripping them and then breaking their arm. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
All right, let's just go on to the next video
Because
here.
you can charge a minor for murder and shit like that. So if you can charge them for murder, how the fuck can you not sue them?
Yeah, but charging is not suing.
You're still going.
You're laying charges, but
and you're. No, that's like I don't understand how
I
there
don't
would be
know.
a difference
I
there.
don't know, man.
Under common law, I don't see how there would be a difference there.
Either way, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
I still think that it's a fuck up from Epic.
Oh no, yeah.
I still think that they should have done like. How did they not know he was 14? Like,
he may have lied about his age.
well, they know, so they knew he had multiple names, and obviously he probably lied about his age. But I just don't know how you can sue somebody and not know their age.
Yeah, no, because you are suing somebody, you have to have all that information.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
And definitely don't name the fucking kid. That's the one thing. That's the one thing that's weird. Don't name the kid.
If the kid was 14 and they knew he was 14, which they had to have, if they're handing him papers, they know he's fucking 14.
Yeah, that's a true mistake. Is why did they name the kid?
Yes, that's a big
whoops.
fuck up.
And that just shows to me that they didn't know his age. Like straight up, like they would not have fucking named him.
If you're serving the kid, if you're serving someone papers, you have all their fucking information.
It's weird. It's weird. It's just,
yes, it is.
I don't get it.
And
Something
I'm
happened.
definitely quite sure Epic is going to get countersued just because of that whole.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. She can definitely win on that part.
Yes.
Maybe not the rest of the things that she's claiming, but definitely that one thing is
now
for sure.
Again, I'm not 100% sure, especially in Delaware, how the Minors Act works, because that is meant. What the fuck? Who's
time to wake up.
No, Texas is calling me.
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that was weird.
Well, I was gonna say take it, and then I'll play this video.
Yeah. Yeah, like because the criminal thing is weird in like because killing somebody or doing an actual crime is covered under a different section than being sued. So, being sued as a 14-year-old, I don't know if you'd be
no, you still can't name them.
You can.
Yeah,
okay.
no. All right, let's go on to this video. So there was a Summoner's War. That's like a popular phone game, I guess, that people play.
Okay.
And they had a World Arena Championship this weekend in LA, and then the winner, after the fact, got interviewed, and he had this to say.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience and the fans watching at home?
No.
So I'm gonna play that.
Is there anything you want to say to the audience and the fans watching at home?
No.
Oh, that's funny. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then we also have this TMNT arcade footage. We talked about this maybe 2-3 weeks ago. I believe this is Ubisoft that worked on it. So it's a 55-inch screen, some cool-looking fake speakers for some reason. But I don't know why they put that there. But it looks all right. It's like flashing speakers. And, hey, it's a TMNT game when it's side-scrolling. And, you know, it looks like a side-scrolling beat-em-up. I like the visual look of it. If you're not a fan of the Nickelodeon cartoon, you might be like, oh, these things look terrible. But I actually really like the cartoon. I like how the faces, like, they actually differentiated the turtles. So if you see them without their whatever the hell, their bandanas or whatever the hell they cover their eyes with.
Cowl, right? Yeah, I don't know.
So if you see them without that, you'll be like, oh, that's you can still tell that's Donatello, right? In the old cartoons, you couldn't fucking tell who was who if they didn't have their identifying things on them.
Colors, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually like the look of the cartoon. And I actually really loved it before they killed off Shredder. That's always where I kind of go off with TMNT, is when they go into space. I'm just like, this is something else now. I don't like this as much as I used to. So yeah, it's TMNT. That's all I can say about it. The actual arcade cabinet looks very nice. So if you see it anywhere, drop a loony in there or a toonie, whatever the hell it's going to cost you.
It'd probably be $2.
Yeah, or if you're in a fancy thing, you gotta put some money on a card and then swipe a card.
No, I'm assuming this game is already.
Yes, it's playable right now.
No, not. And I mean, so more so like it's an arcade game for Xbox One arcade or PlayStation 4.
No,
this is just arcade.
Just arcade. It might come out eventually on PS4 and Xbox, but right now it's just arcade.
Okay.
It looks good enough that I would play it on PS4 if it came out for like $15-20.
Yeah, that's how much. Yeah, how much is it? Because a lot of the turtle games recently have been pretty bad, and they've been trying to sell them.
Yes, and they're
budget
on
titles,
disc,
so they're
and
still like $40 or $50. But
something of the Shadows, like Out of the Shadows was the last one, I think, and it's not.
That's pretty close to what it is. Yeah,
it's not very good. I'm trying to remember what the last good one was. Oh, the last one that they tried. They made the arcade game, and then they
remade Turtles in Time.
Yeah, they remade Turtles in Time, but then the one after that was kind of like another arcade game. That one was okay. I forget what it was. Anyways, yeah. No, the Turtles in Time remake was really good. Yeah, and it had online too.
People bitch and complain that there was actually 8 degrees of movement opposed to just the original 4, but
yeah, whatever. So, Venom, he's in MVC Infinite in their latest DLC that's coming out next week. It's coming out soon. Anyways, and Black Widow and Winter Soldier is also in it. Winter Soldier looks okay. He shoots guns a lot and punches people. And Black Widow she's Black Widow. What is she? She squeezes people with her thighs a lot. Yeah. And Venom, the thing about Venom is people are so pissed off about his voice. So he kind of sounds like Carnage. He sounds like Carnage.
Okay.
He's too high pitched. If they just lowered his voice down a little bit and modulated it a little bit more, so it sounds like 2 voices at the same time a little bit more, it would be better. That's the only thing. I don't think it's that bad. It's just it kind of sounds like Carnage.
Right.
So that's it. He looks cool. Like the actual in-game design of him and his moves is fucking amazing. And he's been in MVC before.
Venom,
so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's
he has some of the same
for
moves.
A lot of people. Well, has he been in MVC or he's been in? I know he's been in Marvel.
No, he's been in 2. I'm pretty sure he's in MVC 2. I want to say he's in MVC 2.
I get them all mixed up. I know.
Well, MVC 2 has such a fucking big roster that I kind of somehow sometimes forget who. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Venom is in the bad guy side of that game. I
don't.
And then Black Saber, what's his name? Saber Cat, is that his name? Fuck. He's also a big black thing that kind of morph his body and shoot fucking projectiles out of his body. He's pretty cool, but I forget what his name is.
I think I know what you're.
Fucking what's his name? Black Panther? No, is it Black Panther?
No, Black Panther's like a cat dude that's like Iron Man, but
No, well,
Black.
I believe this guy's like a lion dude cat thing too, but I forget. I'm pretty sure he's cat related as well. It's just he can morph and he's black. Well, not morph. He can like manipulate his body. Anyways, yeah, no. Venom looks really cool. MVC Infinite kind of looks all right. It looks better than MVC 3, because it looks less chaotic. It looks like more manageable. It looks like a game where I could actually understand what the fuck is going on the screen at all times. Where MVC 3, I'm just like, oh no, I'm flying off somewhere, and he's just 100 hitting me a combo, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I don't understand it. If me and you played MVC 3, I'd be okay. But the second I get online on that game, it's just like, oh,
Blackheart, I think is who you're talking about.
oh, yep, that makes sense. It is Blackheart. Yep. What is he? He's just.
I'm honestly not sure.
All right.
Google. Now is Blackheart one word?
Blackheart, centuries of murder in a locale named Christ's Crown, New York, drew the attention of a demon lord, Mephisto, who created a son, Blackheart. There you go. So, Blackheart is Mephisto's son. That makes sense. Mephisto's pretty awesome. He's one of the few Marvel.
First appearance in Daredevil.
He's one of the few Marvel bad guys that I actually like. A lot of comic book bad guys are fucking bad. All right. Tencent. They won the exclusive rights to publish PlayerUnknown's Battleground in China. And right now, though, they're having problems publishing it because they're saying that it doesn't conform with their political views.
Yeah,
they're gonna have
'cause
to
you're
modify
actually
it.
shooting. Yeah, you're gonna have to make it a paintball game or something like that.
You're just incapacitating them until the
Yeah.
game
Stun
ends,
bullets.
and then everybody respawns.
Yeah. I think because even like Australia is doing shit like that. Like it's very hard to actually get something that you're shooting somebody.
That would be my solution. It's just at the end of the game, everybody just stands up.
Yeah,
They were okay this whole time.
and everyone's like, "Yeah, for the winner."
That'd be pretty funny. All right. So the online service of Demon Souls in Japan is being shut down February 28th, 2018. So if that's being shut down in Japan, wouldn't be surprised if that happened here eventually.
I would think they would do it here before Japan. Japan, this game's much.
Me too. I would think that too. But Japan probably actually cares more about Demon Soul 2 and that other game.
Yeah, I don't really know.
What's that other game that's on the PlayStation 4? Blood something?
Bloodborne?
Yeah, Bloodborne. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah.
So, if you go to oh, hey, this is yours.
Yeah. So signups for Sea of Thieves beta has started for Xbox One and PC. The caveat there especially for PC is you do need an active or a valid Xbox account to sign up. So you do have to go through the game for Windows or whatever, the game marketplace or whatever the fuck they're calling it now for PC.
Or if you have an Xbox and you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couldn't you just go to Xbox.com and make an account? Oh, but then you still you're playing it on a PC anyway, so you need that shit anyway, so who cares?
Yes. Yeah. So even sign up for the marketplace, you need an Xbox account to then be able to download a game. So yeah. So it's just you.
The thing about Sea of
can't
Thieves
do.
is I don't. It looks cool, but I don't really know what the point of the game is. Is the only point to have friends with you and have fun being?
Yeah, I have no idea what the end game is.
Yeah.
It is MMO. Is it or?
Yeah.
I don't know if MMO is quite the right word, but
no,
it is.
well, I would describe it as an MMO. It looks
Yeah.
more like a WoW. You probably would get quests and shit.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the end game is. Maybe you go kill Davy Jones or something. I have no effing clue.
That's the thing. The Ubisoft Pirate Sea game looks cooler because it actually looks like it. You know, there's an end game and there's a point to it.
Yeah.
This it looks cool. It's just
Yes,
I
it
don't know.
looks cool. It does depend on you need friends. I think that's kind of the big thing, or some sort of clan, or you need to be playing with people, or I think it's going to be a waste of time. But the concept looks fun, like just what you're doing and how you're doing it all. It looks good. It looks fun. It's just having enough people to play.
Whoa, I lost Steiner there. That was weird.
Yes, that was. I'm not sure what just happened.
Mhm.
Sinji just came online is the only thing I saw, but it kind of went crazy. Maybe he's hacking my shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little weird.
Yeah. And that
But
does
yeah,
it for the show.
pretty much.
So we got to figure out a top 10 for next week so we can actually have
Okay.
one. So I have no idea. Right now, the only idea I have is the Genesis thing. But what
Genesis
else?
games?
Yes.
I didn't play enough Genesis games to really... Like, the only thing I really would have played would have been, like, NHL and NBA... NBA Jam. Would have been the only real 2 games I played on Genesis.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I guess I did technically play, like, Ninja Gaiden and stuff, but...
We can do a worst list of something, but I don't know what.
Yeah. Worst microtransactions of all time.
Sure. I would have to do a lot of research for that. Because off the top of my head, I can't think of any microtransactions I've actually spent money on that I hated.
I have enough issue just thinking like I probably have literally only bought like 2 things. I can like easily count on one hand of how many times I've bought in a microtransaction.
I probably bought, like a coin doubler here and there, or just straight up more money for like $1 or $2 in a game. But except for that, there's nothing egregiously bad. There's nothing that I can go like, holy shit, how could I have done that? That's my number one worst thing ever. I can't think of anything, even just one. Never mind 10. How many arcade games have you played?
We did an arcade.
Yeah, but we could do worst arcade games.
Oh fuck. I do think we're gonna have to try to go back to some of the bigger things, like what games of 2018 or something.
Oh, you mean the games I didn't play?
Yeah.
Oh,
or
you
something
mean
like-
2018?
Well, or no, even actually games we didn't play or we want to play that came out in 2017, or games we never got to.
Number
period.
nothing. PUBG.
Yeah.
Never want to play that. Game of the year. PUBG.
That did win, didn't? Or it was nominated for Game of the Year anyway.
Yes.
No one's.
And the
those
people who are
award shows
complaining that
are-
that's not even out, fuck off. It's fucking out right now. You can play that.
Yeah. Well, for PC, it's definitely pretty much gold.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Volting's in there right now, so it's out. It's out. The Volting's in there. It's 1.0. It's out.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree, and I'm sure it will be out technically before the end of the year. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, the Volting is the patch that has that's the 1.0. So
Okay.
which it's in beta right now. So I guess it would be like 9.9 or something.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, it sold fucking 10 million copies. I think it's legitimately
Oh,
a
hey.
game.
Turn on your video on Discord.
Oh, is that happen? Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what we can do. It's funny. We did puzzle games twice apparently. I discovered that going through all the lists again.
Okay, I definitely did not do that because what puzzle games have I played? Tomb Raider. That's a puzzle game I played.
That's kind of a puzzle-ish game. There
That's what I
are
mean.
puzzles.
Like, I know.
That's the thing about like genres nowadays is there's games have everything now. You can play a first-person shooter that has many puzzle elements to it. You know, you can play many RPGs that have a lot of shooting to it now. It's weird. It's weird. Like genres now is just weird. When I see some like the Game Awards this year has like best action game. Like what the fuck is an action game? You know, everything has fucking action in it nowadays.
Right.
Like when you say best first person shooter, that kind of makes a little bit more sense because, you know, it's the first, you know, there's a gun on the screen and it's you're in the first person. But when you say something like best puzzle game, like what, like Tetris? There you go. Cool. Best puzzle game. It's a weird thing to say nowadays. I just, you know, it's just, what's that puzzle game that came out from the dude that made a Braid and all that? Clues? No. Wow. I forget what that game is called. But that's a first person thing too. And there's a lot of elements to that that's not puzzle games. Oh, well, exclusively puzzle.
Braid would be actually probably one of my top puzzle games.
Oh yeah, Braid is awesome. But Braid's also a platforming game.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's the thing. Like games are everything now. There's very rarely a game that's just it's this thing. Except for shooters.
I can't remember because I never actually finished Braid
Braid is a super fucking hard.
Yeah, but it was. I can't remember the last mission I did just made my mind go fucking weird because just the concept of the way they use time was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
There's a few parts in that game that I remember getting super stuck on, and I was just like, fuck, and then I went to bed, and then the next day I did it, and I was just like, oh, fucking, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I was probably just tired and just pissed off and shouldn't have been playing. But anyways, yeah, fucking, I don't know what the top 10 we can do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Top 10 like, Super Mario games.
I'm assuming we've done like top 10 overrated games and shit like that.
Yes, we have. And we did underrated as well. But yeah, I don't know.
Like underrated, I actually kind of like that concept, but underrated, like that list is not going to change much. Even overrated, it's not going to change much. Like,
dude, we did stories. Damn, that was my idea. It's gone.
When stories? When
like
was
top
that?
10 storylines? Oh, no,
I know
118. So that was like in 2013 or something.
Yeah.
But my list is not going to change. Number 1, Metal Gear. Number 2, Metal Gear 2.
Well, Metal Gear 5 would be in there. I don't know.
The storyline in 5 is not. I would put 4.
Yeah, but dude, he's not Big Boss.
I know, but that's the only thing in that game. That's the only thing. And I already knew it. I knew it. That's the end of that game. I was just like, oh, I already knew this. I fucking knew it the whole time. Some of the other characters are way more interesting than actual punished Venom Snake. I'm not a huge fan of that character. But the dude with the burnt face, what the fuck's his name? He's fucking cool. He's probably one of the coolest Metal Gear villains ever. Because he's not weird like fucking Revolver Ocelot and sorry, not Revolver. I meant to say Revolver Snake.
Okay. Yeah.
Revolver Ocelot was actually fine, but then I know a lot of people that they say that 3 is the best Metal Gear game, and the reason I just can't get behind that is because all the characters in that game are apparently from fucking years ago, but they're all the fucking same characters from the other games. So Ocelot's in there, but Liquid Snake's in there. Like they all have their counterparts, and it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. That game would have been way better if they didn't do that. I did kind of like seeing Ocelot in there, to be honest, but besides him, everybody else was stupid. Like think about this. In Metal Gear Solid 5, the voice is Kiefer Sutherland, which is fine. Which is fine if they would have done that in 3. If 3 would have been Kiefer Sutherland, fucking A. Awesome. Big Boss is Kiefer Sutherland. But no, they fucking made Big Boss Snake in that game. Which
But
technically they're clones, which
reveal
fine.
why in 5 it was Kiefer because it wasn't actually him. It was-
I know, but Big Boss is actually in that game too, and he also has Kiefer
voice.
Sutherland's voice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is broken. If they got what's the other guy's name? David.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. He has luscious hair, like I do.
Yeah. Well,
No, his hair is more luscious.
He was the guy who did X-Men.
Yeah, the
1
first
and
one.
2, is he not?
Yeah.
I think he did. Well, maybe he was producer on the second one. He had nothing to do with the third one, and that's why it sucked balls. But
I'm trying to remember what his name is now. David. I wanted to meet him at Fan Expo one year, but then he canceled. All right. Well, Ben, I guess I'll just figure out a top 10 and then let you know. So that'll do it.
David Hayter.
Oh, Hater. That's right. With a Y. All right. So we'll be back here next week on Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Talk about video games and whatever else that we see fit. So, it's you know, it's about video games most of the time. Not always.
Yeah.
So we're here, like I said, every Monday. We air live on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. Mega Scorcher TV is our channel names. Megascorcher.com is our website. Go check that out. You can go on Podcast Addict or Apple Podcasts, wherever else you want to find podcasts. We're also up there. Fresh Air is overrated. Just look at it. Or search it, I should say. Yeah, just look at the thing. Just look at your phone. It'll be there. Or your screen. It'll just pop up. The internet's smart nowadays.
So, okay, David Hayter was the writer of X-Men X2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Cool. He was the last guy to touch the script.
Yes.
Good stuff. So, like I said, we're done. See you guys.
Bye.